Happy Sunday, beautiful souls. This is Shamama Hunting Owl. I want to thank you all for being here, for liking, sharing, subscribing to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've been on. I have Journey here, so in case you hear heavy breathing or weird noises, he's sitting here with me. I'm sure he'll pop up at some point and move on. Anyway, so I want to share with you some of the things that have been going on with my journey and just talk to the tribe. So I want to start by saying that it never ceases to amaze me how divine timing and this journey works, and how I am in just complete awe and reverence to the process, to trusting this process and the way things happen along our journey, the divine interventions, the divine timing that comes up. So I have been going through a long period right now of feeling very blocked, very stuck, very stagnant, and very much alone in my journey. And as I look at the clock, it was 1:11 on the video recording, and not really having a tribe like here in my physical world. And there's just been this constant feeling of like beating my head against the wall. No matter what I was trying to do, I just wasn't able to get out of my own way. And I've been reflecting on this for, the past few days. I've been reflecting on it for months, but really truly sunk deep into my process over the last few days. And since the new moon. And I've been torn between the twin flame journey and this, you're gonna have to lay down, baby, and the spiritual journey, and really wanting to detach gracefully and peacefully from that attachment, from that dependency of focusing on the twin flame journey. And so I've been racking my brain for months, and as you know, I've done some videos here for you all about really trying to just put the twin flame journey aside, not forget about it, not denounce it, not forget about our twins. But there was this need for me to help guide everybody more into their own process. Those of us who are twin flames, who are part of the 144, part of this awakening that has happened, our unions, our journeys, our relationship and connection with our beloved is something that is written in the stars. Okay, it is not something that we need to obsess about and focus on all the time. And I was feeling like by continuing to do videos that were only focusing on that aspect, it was creating this continual codependency loop, so to speak. And I know for me personally, I needed to break free from that dependency, from waiting for stepping into my higher mission, for all of those things, waiting for my twin to, be in my life, to step next to my side in my physical world. And so that detachment, that resistance that I had, maybe it was resistance, to wanting to continue to make videos, just focusing on that, I felt like it just wasn't healthy for myself or for this tribe. So I broke away from that, and I would share messages on Patreon and on Instagram and Facebook only when Spirit truly guided me to focus on the twin flame dynamic, the divine masculine, divine feminine union, twin flame energies. Independent energies, yes, readings for the divine feminine, readings for the masculine alone, but not so much focusing on where everybody's at. I felt like it wasn't healthy to constantly be tapping at that door on the masculine's energy, wanting and needing to know. So, and I still feel that way. because I think it's healthier for us to just realize that, as I said, everything, these unions, these relationships are written in the stars. We are, you know, who we are. We know who we are. And there is nothing that we can do to fuck this up. What is meant for us is going to be for us. Now, if you don't do your work, if you don't, you know, continue to grow and process and learn and do your self-needed work, that's the only thing I believe that can fuck this up or delay it into, you know, a different time. That being said, it's really, really important for us to focus and continue to focus on knowing that what we know as our truth, what you know as your truth, not my truth, not anybody else's truth, your truth, what's in your heart and in your soul is yours. It is there to be manifest. And it will happen when we ourselves, bless you, Journey, and our counterparts are actually ready for this. When we are, lay down, in appropriate vibrational alignment to be able to receive our full blessings. So my primary focus then really does want to be on what we are going through ourselves. And we know this is always a mirror. So whatever we are experiencing, our divine counterpart is experiencing on that same level, not through the same experiences, but we are all going through the same levels of healing. We are all healing the same core wounds in different ways and coming to our life experiences to lead us to that healing. Oh my God, hang on, guys. And Journey, sit down, please. Come on, sit, baby. Sit. Come on, down. So coming back to what I have been experiencing. So since like the beginning of this year, I have felt very blocked, very stagnant, very much alone. Not really having a tribe, having one or two friends, because basically, honestly and truthfully, like, you know, as you all know, we grow, we learn, we heal, we don't resonate with certain people anymore, and those people leave our lives. Those karmic relationships, we set free, we allow to go. Journey, you gotta lay down, sweetheart. And I have lost, I have removed from my life, lost a huge amount of my family, and most of my friends. So it's not easy doing this journey, and we feel very much alone a lot of the time. So I have been feeling a great amount of loneliness, and really wanting my spiritual tribe here, my 3D tribe here. So for months now, I've been, you know, in and out, and people have been coming in and out of my life. Some have stayed and resonated, and others have come in not for the right reasons, as we know. Well, for the right reasons, for us to learn our lessons and our experiences, but haven't stayed. And still there's been this feeling of loneliness, of really wanting to be in spiritual practice with people who want to share in those experiences. Really, part of it is like not wanting to have to be the leader all the time, wanting that tribe of equals, or, you know, that we can all reciprocate with each other and lift each other up, not having to be the one that does the teaching and the leading all the time. And so all of this came to a head yesterday, which was the day after. It started on Friday night, the night of the new moon. And yesterday, man, I got slammed so hard with all of this. And part of the stagnation and all of that was I have always been the twin, you know, a twin flame teacher. And what does this all really look like? And what am I supposed to be doing? And, where am I going? And I've been just so filled with lack of clarity for myself. For other people, I'm doing great. Like, it's hysterical. Like, I can see for other people, but I can't see for myself. And really feeling blindfolded and just in this place of, trusting the process, but still feeling like, well, when's it going to be my time? And not really sure what I want to teach and talk about. And so yesterday afternoon, while I was going through all of my deep crap, I had a dear sister from the Twin Flame spiritual community reach out to me. She's also a teacher here on YouTube. Her channel is Hawk Intuition, and she is a beautiful, beautiful, just an angel. And she's, sent me an email, and, we've talked a few times, and she just reached out to me saying, hey, you've been on my mind, and I started to spill my guts to her. And she shared with me a few things that immediately started to resonate and made me understand what was going on. And basically, first of all, she kept telling me, like, you need to just be who you are, share your stories and your experiences, because everything you share, you carry certain codes. And those codes will go out to those who are meant to hear it and help them unlock new frequencies for themselves, help them with their expansion. And expansion is really where we're at right now. I mean, I feel that a tremendous amount of our healing, those of us who have been on this journey for a long time, is really, I don't want to say done, but done. There's always little pieces to tweak and refine and whatever. But the bulk of the healing, the abandonment, the rejection, the all of those things, the resentments, the betrayals, has really been cleared or healed for the most part. I don't get triggered like I used to. I can consciously and spiritually process through things without, completely having my world rocked up until yesterday. And so what I realized is that, and this ties into mission, and I know I'm going all over the place, but I'm sure it'll make sense to those of you who it needs to make sense to. So again, focusing on mission and the tribe and the loneliness, and what she told me was, allow yourself to be in that place of sadness, of loss, of longing for your home, for your tribe. But not wallow in it, but sit in it for a little while, because what that does is it's like a homing beacon. It's like that your soul is crying out to be felt, witnessed, seen, heard energetically through the cosmos, that you are ready to receive your tribe, your manifestations, whatever it is that you're looking for, that you're sitting with. And it so resonated with me. And so I allowed myself to drop down my defenses and get out of that very masculine energy that I'm alone and I can do this all alone. I can take on the world. Now, yes, I can. However, the huge part of this journey is we're doing this together. And we are getting out of that mentality of division, of separation, and coming into the fuller understanding of oneness and connection. And yesterday allowing my heart to cry out, allowing my soul to release those feelings. And literally, I could feel that homing beacon going off. And I could feel the energy being released to the universe. And literally, just as Karen from Hawk Intuition reached out to me, she heard Spirit Goddess guided her to my soul's calling. And it was so beautiful, and I want to thank you so much for that, Karen. But it really, oh, Journey, watch your foot. You're going to knock over the whole thing. but it really allowed me a higher understanding of how amazing this journey really is. And so I share this because I want you guys to know so many of us are still alone on this journey. So many of us, because of everything that has gone on in the world with, COVID and all of this craziness and the racism and all these things that are dividing and separating us in the 3D world, can never truly separate us from each other, because we are all connected, and we need to remember that. So how this all plays into mission. So what she said to me about, allowing my soul to cry out and my experiences to be who I am and share that with you all, really, made me sit. And I did a video back a while ago, I don't even know how long ago, talking about how we are meant to use the life experiences that we have been given to teach, to help others, to lead. And sometimes the leader doesn't always need to be front and center. Sometimes the leader needs to lead from behind, to allow the troops to be empowered. And other times the leader needs to step forward and share and take the lead to trudge through the jungles and cut down all of that stuff. And I don't know if you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I'm just going with it. But I think you know what I'm saying. And I realized, so I'm gonna back up a little bit. So I do have a newer friend who was actually a Shamama follower on YouTube, who I met in person, who actually found me at the place I go and sit and watch the sunsets. And literally I was sitting there one night by myself, and this woman was walking behind me, and she kept looking at me, and I'm like, I don't know who this lady is, but I just smiled and waved at her. And she walked up to me and she says, I know you, and I said, I don't know, I live in the area, da-da-da-da-da. And she said, oh my God, you're Shamama Hunting Owl from YouTube. And she sat down and we talked and found out that she lives like 2 miles, not even a mile from my house. And we shared this just beautiful energy, and she too is looking for her tribe and doing her healing work and on this twin flame journey. And so we've been kind of talking a little bit, and she's been going through some stuff. So there was a big lapse in when we last talked. And the other night she reached out and we went to the sunset together, and she was talking about an experience that she had with plant medicine. And I have used plant medicine on many occasions, and I do ceremonies and things like that for other people to help facilitate their opening up, to help them heal and all of those things. And she had just done a journey, and she saw who she was. She saw she was Mother, Father, God, Mother Earth, the old Grandma Willow, all the angels, all the saints, all the alien energetic beings. Like, she saw the enormity of all, the oneness of everything we are. We are every energy. We are part of everything. And she saw her role as a healer, as a facilitator, to, bring love to this world, to the planet, to people, to help with everything that is going on. And as she was talking about her experience, she started to get this crazy pain, down in her side, and her shoulders started to rise, and you could see the tension rising in her because of she felt this vast responsibility that comes along with what we do. And she was feeling overwhelmed by such a huge responsibility, such a huge mission. Tying this all back in is that I have felt that way many times on this journey from the day I started this channel and being a teacher for the tribe. I was terrified from day one. And I still get fucking nervous every time I turn on the camera that, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say and I don't know if it's gonna make sense and whatever. I just fucking do the best I can, right? I be me. That's it. And I told her, and I'm telling you all, yes, we have a tremendous responsibility. We have a tremendous job in mission to do here. But you're not meant to put on an act or put on a different hat in order to, or take on a different role in order to do the job you're sent here to do. Our life experiences, and we all have many, are meant to be the tools that we teach from. So that being said, you are not meant to come up with something like batshit crazy off the wall that you're meant to do. It doesn't have to be this big, huge production. It means you take all of the things, all of the experiences that you have been able to heal from and overcome, and utilize that. That is your sacred vessel of like, Spirit is showing me, like, that's your toolbox. It's not outside of you. It's not something else you need to learn or educate yourself on, which that's all great and wonderful, but your sacred toolbox is your life experiences. And that is what you are meant to use in teaching and guiding other people. So for me, my sexual abuse, my physical abuse, my past relationships, my mistrust of the divine masculine, my repressed feminine that I had to hide, all of those things are the experiences that I pull from to teach, to guide, to help others heal. My experiences with my physical health issues that I've had, all of these things are what we are meant to utilize. So when we sit there and we bang our fucking head against the wall trying to figure out what our mission is not something outside of who we are. We are not being asked to take on a different role. We are not being asked to put on a different persona. We are being asked to use what we have, because that is the most truest, transparent, vulnerable space that you can help another person from. So it's not about being, I don't even know. I just went blank completely. I'm done with that. So I want you guys to hear that and really understand that that is the point of us learning to speak our truths, be able to be vulnerable, be able to share our experiences without judgment, without fear, and all of those things. And yes, it's human. We get nervous. We're afraid at times that what are people going to say? What are people going to think? You guys have seen me plenty of times falling apart completely like a fucking nut job in these videos. And you've seen me at like my best and at my worst for the most part. And I've had to do that to show you. Not that I've had to do that, but that's part of us connecting. That's part of us showing our trueness, ourselves. And that's what helps you all see me and can relate to me. Because I am not some perfect fucking teacher sitting here talking at you guys about how happy, jolly, and great I am, and fuck that. I'm a mess. We're all messes, but I'm a good mess, and I'm a happy mess. And sometimes it sucks, and sometimes it's great. And it's okay to say those things, and it's okay to experience those things. It's not about putting on a happy face all the time and acting and pretending like I'm something else. And I think I've showed that to you throughout this journey. And I want to encourage you all to utilize your sacred toolbox in sharing yourself with those who are meant to hear your messages. And no, your messages aren't going to be for everyone. My messages are not for everyone. I don't resonate with everybody. But those of you who I do resonate with, you are my tribe. I am your tribe. We are in this together. Our souls are connected. So, what else do I need to say, Spirit? So I want you to take a moment, and I think we're going to just focus on removing our fears of speaking, of being, of sharing, of speaking. And close your eyes if you want to. Just take some deep breaths and center and ground into your body. And we're going to focus on our throat chakras, releasing the fear, releasing the blockages, allowing ourselves to be seen, transfusing new energy. Okay, so they're showing me the violet flame coming in, and literally transfusing the energy, burning off all the crap, the fears, the doubts in our throat chakras. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Now allowing the energy to be recapitulated. I don't know what that word is, recapitulated. Allowing it to be regenerated, recapitulated. And bringing in a bright, beautiful, vibrant blue light. Isha te samone ikata nesa yeta tatiamo nia se ya sa. Big deep breath. And just ground into your heart for a moment. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. All right, you guys. I hope this video was helpful. I'm going to be doing some more videos here as guided. Also, please, if you choose to support on Patreon, I do a lot more content over there. I do weekly readings about everything, daily cards, all of that stuff, you guys, and I'm always available for sessions. So for those of you who are guided, thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. And I am wishing you all so much love and light, gratitude and blessings, always beautiful souls, and we will talk again really soon. Bye-bye.